Hey there, folks. I'm Zerfall, and welcome to another exciting edition of Alter Ego Female Version Zerfina, where chat has taken over the brain of my virtual daughter here. And, oh, yes, indeed. And have managed to get her to adulthood without too much of an issue. Let's, check out the status of how she's doing so far. Oh, I think there's still a lot of people that have a lot of sparks left after the mixer boost that a lot of people got. So, Zerfina, age 31. She is a law assistant, and last week she got married to Rock. Her calmness has risen since the beginning of the game. It used to, if you can smell what he's cooking. Her calmness used to be down at 30, but apparently marriage suits her well, and it's up to 79 now. We have very high confidence, expressiveness, our familial ties are good, our gentleness has risen quite a bit as well, our happiness is up, intelligence is quite high, our physical attributes have gone down because we have the beatus. So that's a good thing that our thoughtfulness is very high as well, because if our thoughtfulness falls below a certain threshold, we will be forgetful and not take our insulin and die of insulin shock, or not insulin shock, but the opposite of such thing. Our social aspects are very high, which has served us well when it comes to when we do ridiculous stuff. People go, hey, that must be something cool, and they just do it too, like when we wore a bunch of wigs to school as a joke. However, we've been neglecting our vocation, and it only has a 55. That being said, we have $35,000 in cash, and a half. $0 in debt. We've completely paid off our home, and we own a 2-bedroom home. So, let's go ahead and, oh, this is in the wrong mode. Here we go. There we go. Now we've got proper controls. Let's go ahead and continue the game. It should give us a disc to put in, and I will do so. Although maybe the right one's loaded. Disc 3, side A. So there's only 2 disc sides left until Zerfina's life has become completed. As you can see by the text on the screen, when events happen, you will have the chance to vote on what you would like to have happen to Zerfina, or make her choice for her. If you type in the number, once the vote starts, you will be able to vote for whatever option you wish to choose, or you can whisper your vote to RoboZerf, and he will keep it a secret and keep it safe, but still count it towards the total. Welcome to adulthood. There is only one happiness in life: to love and be loved. George Sand. Letter to Lena Kalamata. March 31st, 1862. He was born before the internet. There's far more to life than that. So we've got all sorts of things on our grid now. The bank doesn't help too much because we have no debt, but we could take out a debt to get something. We could buy a car. We could handshakes. This is our relationship with our husband, although that's over now because we use this to have wedding events. This is our continuing education. We are 31 and we are still in school, as far as I can tell. This is if we want to do something at our job. And this is family life. And as you can see, we have many things on our little track here. So I'm going to put up to vote which sides you want to start on. She went to... Well, do you know what? It didn't give us a very specific... It didn't give us a very specific subject to go to school for. It just said, what type of school do you want to go for? And we are going to the most expensive school. We had the money for it, and that's what she's doing. She's majoring in everything. I think actually we might have picked something, but I don't know what. And it's not in our stats screen, so here we go. We're going to start with a real quick vote, 1 or 2. 1 will be the left, 2 will be the right. I mean, maybe she isn't even studying that hard. She's just enough to get by so that she can maybe be picked up by a major league team. So, poll start 2. 1 will be start with a job event. 2 will be start with an intellectual event. Go ahead and place your votes now. And you control Zerfina's destiny. People like the intellectual aspect of things as opposed to vocational. You know what? Considering we're just a law assistant, we're making lots of money. Although for some reason, Rock's money isn't being included in any of this, as far as I can tell. And hey, we're already in our 30s. It might be time to start thinking about having children of our own. The path is a lot more branching in adulthood, it seems. Oh, no, do you know what? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, it looks like it started to straighten out quite a bit. So the poll is over. Let's go ahead and check the results. The winner is obviously 2 with 3 of the votes. Your friends have been telling you for a long time that you should seriously consider writing a book. How do you feel about this? 1 for take them seriously, or 2 for brush the notion aside. We are a quite smart person. Perhaps we could write a book. We are expressive and whatnot. And, you know, Papa Zerf will always encourage creativity in the children. I'm pretty sure I changed the vote back to 30 seconds. I had it down to 15 seconds last week. Everyone was checking out Anime Week. It was so hype that we only had like 2 people voting, so what was the point of giant wait times? But we're back to it. So, number 1, we're going to take them seriously. And are we going to take them seriously and write the book, or to do not write the book? Oh, and thanks for tweeting out the stream there, Grimmeth. Oh, it's probably going to change my light in the background to blue at some point in time. Ah, just in time. John Jeremy put in his vote, J2, and it is going to try to write a book. Now, we'll see if we have the stats required to do so. You certainly have the discipline for the task. You certainly are bright enough to manage the task. You certainly are expressive enough to do it. Your confidence shows that you believe you are capable of doing the project. What an ambitious undertaking. In what area would you like to write the book? So this is a big one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 options here for us. So, 1 to 5, starting from the top, something fictional and creative, a health and beauty book, a romance novel, a college textbook, or a business guide. We're going to write our book in the area of an inner city Starbucks on our sweet laptop. It's pretty sweet because it's from the early 80s, and you know, they don't build them like they used to. That way, if we spill our hipster coffee on it, it will still keep working. So let's check these results. They're going to be a tie, and this is how tiebreakers work. RoboZerf initiates a tie-breaking routine and comes to a solution. He has chosen a resolution. He's chosen a health and beauty book. Katie Studios wins this round. Your book is complete and published over the course of the next few months, ... It becomes well known. But a quick passing fad. You earn $25,000 in royalties and fade into obscurity. Hey, that's a lot better than could have happened. All right, so we're going to follow up this path that you chose, and then we'll work our way back over here and start going back up the main path. Although maybe we want to buy ourselves a car. After we finish the top job thing here, I'll let you choose if you wish to buy a car or do a marriage event. Well, Zerfina's life is still quite a dictatorship that Papa Zerf is running, even though she's in her 30s. While searching through the mail, you come across a hand-addressed letter with an unfamiliar return address. You open it and read the handwritten letter inside. The letter requests that you write 10 copies of it and mail them to 10 different people. It contains testimonials from people who have faithfully performed this task to become the beneficiaries of much good fortune. A chain letter. These don't happen so much anymore. What with the cost of postage going up and the advent of Facebook being the place to do these things. If you get 10 likes, you will get money. If you get 20 likes, you'll become rich. And if you get 30 likes, you'll be happy in life. It reads, a woman in Peoria? After receiving this letter and carrying out the instructions, won 2 free dinners with every vacation purchased to the Maplewood Dude Ranch and Health Camp, and a free copy of Jacques Cousteau's Illustrated Guide to Marine Life of the Dead Sea. She feels that good luck was passed on to her by the letter. Oh, and there's the tweet alert finally coming through. Thanks, If This Then That. You're always on the ball. There was also tales of misfortune for those that did not follow the instructions. A woman in the same area, after dismissing the letter as nothing but a silly hoax, found Bubba, her longtime pet, wire-haired terrier and friend of 15 years, dead of a mysterious rare canine aging disease known as life. Yeah, I've noticed that it does do that. It plays the audio twice, and then if you mute the video, the tab is still somehow playing the in-game audio, or the stream audio. The woman felt that Bubba's misfortune was the deadly result of her inability to realize the importance of the letter at the time. How do you feel about this situation? Are you compliant and superstitious, or non-compliant? If Zerfina is anything like she was when she was a teenager, she's not very compliant. See, it kind of makes sense, KD Studios, but it works just as well in Firefox as it does in Edge. Yes, I think we're going to have the stats required to not need to 2 or 3 of the votes to not have to read the letter against our will. Although as you get older, you have to start having your skills checked way more often. When you're younger, it's all just about your decisions, and decisions give you... Oh man, Erdenshire was trying to bring this down to a runoff vote by RoboZerf. You must be the type who believes in living dangerously. A few weeks later, one of your goldfish dies of constipation. Just a coincidence, you say, but don't forget what happened to poor Bubba. All right, hopefully something good happens for our health in this one. We need to get our health stat up a little bit. In the ladies' room of the office of which you work, you are offered some cocaine to help get through the day. Oh, those lawyers' offices. How do you feel about this offer of cocaine? Don't start voting yet, Erdenshire. You gotta wait for the little line to show up. There you go. Are you appreciative, unsure, or not interested? Jeez. She's lived wild every once in a while. Normally wild but safe, though. I don't know if cocaine falls under the wild but safe.
Apologize to Ken. In hell.
Oh, you guys are going to have to apologize to Zerfina in hell, is my guess. And it looks like the winner's option 1 with 3 votes. Appreciative. Are we going to snort the powder or back off and reconsider our life choices? No problem. I'm hoping in the future, I have this next week off work, and in between bouts of painting the basement and moving my office down there, I'm hoping to get a chance to try and implement some button-based voting instead. But if not, I should be able to at least get the poll-based voting in the chat working a little bit better. check the results. There was a vote. Beep, beep, beep. Ping pong. The winner is option 1. So begins Zerfina's troubled sortie with cocaine. Up it goes. This is something you think you would like to do often. Oh, is this something you think you would like to do often? Here's your chance to just be a recreational user. Are you going to make the right decision? Everything in moderation, Zerfina learned at such a young age. It's an expensive habit. You don't want to run out of money. We just got we got all that paper from writing a book. That paper. But it looks like a nearly unanimous decision. We're going to go with, no, it's not something we want to do often. Just when we need to get through the day. It looks like you are yielding to quick but potentially dangerous ways of dealing with stress. The coping strategy that you have chosen might be a sign of poor judgment in general. It kind of makes you wonder just how far you might go. Jeez. End up in the men's bathroom trying to get some more money. Habit like that. You are at work and a decision about something has been made. Fast. The person from whom you need the most help in making the decision is unavailable for consultation. How do you feel about this? Now, we are just an assistant right now, but perhaps this is our way to move on up. We're a pretty smart person. Perhaps our instincts are going to be good enough. But the people who have work experience are perhaps thinking you want to be cautious. You don't want to be, the risk reward here might not be high enough. You might end up with egg on your face and a pink slip in your mailbox, and not one for a car. So let's check these results out. The winner's option 2. We're going to be cautious. And how are we going to act cautiously? I mean, it is possible to cautiously trust your instincts and proceed without the consultation. Aha! People are trying that. But the other thing that might happen is, because sometimes this game is a bit of an ass, it'll go, you're not being very cautious if you're trusting your instincts. So instead, something terrible happens. Yep. It's a damn preachy game indeed. But with all of the votes, we're going with option 1 here. Trust your instincts and proceed without the consultation. A curious combination of choices, and in some senses a bit contradictory. Being cautious implies monitoring your impulses. Trusting your instincts means following your impulses. The deciding factor should be how well you've done at managing them in the past. You've done well. Your decision meets with a successful outcome. And that's all they say, except if we peep our stats here, and this is a bit dangerous, but we're going to do it every once in a while. Peeping the stats also causes random events to happen now. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. One time it killed our mom. So, yes, our vocational status has gone up to 71. Quite a jump. Good job, guys. And yes, we are married to rock. And we have $74,000, almost $75,000. So, let's give you guys a chance here. We've got several options here. We got 5 options. Really, we're not going to use this dating one. We don't need a date on the side. So we have 1 marriage event, 2 school event, 3 occupational status. I think this could be trying to find a new job and whatnot. I haven't checked into it at this stage yet. 4, buying a car or other possession. And 5, starting a family. What would you guys like to do? I should have included you know what? We're going to do 1 side event, and then we're going to get back to the path. You don't get to choose to skip a side event. You got to pick one. I have a feeling this is going to come down to RoboZerf. We're voting for what sort of side event we're going to do right now. And a 3-way tie, beep, 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 ping pong. Option 3, which is a vocational event. Ah. So we're not done school yet. Taking a job while going to school is likely to be somewhat stressful. Please be aware of this before going on. So, we kind of already have. So I thought we would be done school by now, but apparently not. Apparently we should be doing school stuff first. But we're stuck picking one of these things now because that's how the game works. There's no back button. So you have 3 options here. We have a pretty decent job, but we can apply for a part-time job or apply for a full-time job or quit or retire from our current job. What a tragedy there's no back button in this game. That's how they get you. Katie Studios wants to go for the full-time. Erdenshire just wants to quit outright and get done with school. Well, it looks like there's going to be a 2-way tie here. So, option 1, we're going to apply for another part-time job. A different part-time job. I'm sorry, it seems that you are far too busy to take on the responsibilities of another part-time job right now. Please reapply when your work schedule opens up a little bit. All right, that saved us from losing our actually very well-paying job. I'm going to go ahead and hit up school. I'm doing a little veto here because I think we should be able to end this pretty quick. College during this phase of life isn't usually your typical fun-loving romp around campus, as in the college days of youth. During this phase of life, attending college means hard work, sacrifice, and motivation. Each time you access this icon, the following will take place. Your intellectual sphere will rise, and anxiety will also decrease. You will gain college credit. Your resources will decrease by 500 to cover the cost of your education. Do you want to continue with this? Yes, we do, because we want to get this done. I don't know why we don't have anything going on with all right, let's hit. I bet you that one already counted. Is it just going to do it again? Here we go. Okay, so this is just going to loop around here. Can we just end college? What is going on? Why can we not? Perhaps we have to quit our job and start a new job. Very confusing. I mean, our intelligence is super high, but we have no reason to raise it anymore. And it's not showing our college credits under our thing here. All right, we'll just continue on with the main story for now. And perhaps we'll revisit the job market in a year or so. You have been going through a difficult time with an influential business person who seems to really enjoy making people miserable with his sexist attitudes, his arbitrary decision-making, and his arrogance. You get called into his office to take the heat for a relatively minor error. The conversation begins with, "Look, darling, I've always believed that women's place is in the home. Unfortunately, those bleeding hearts upstairs have made it impossible for me to deal with man-to-man around here. There are some problems here that I want resolved. And now." How do you feel about this situation? Are you angry, anxious, or calm? People seem to be taking the calm approach. But just because you're calm doesn't mean you can't kick a little ass. Oh, the votes are getting mixed up here. Oh, there's been a comeback. People are also angry. But it's not quite enough of a comeback, it looks like. Yes. Just eking out a victory. Calm. Calmer heads have prevailed. So, do we refuse to let him talk to us like that? Do we grovel so he won't fire you? Or do we don't pay attention to him? I mean, we were hopped up on cocaine at least 4 months ago. See? Everyone had different ways of feeling about the situation, but many people seem to want to tell this guy to go and stick a sausage in it. Although some of the more professional of us out there are trying to take the calmer path indeed. So, the winner's option 1 with 4 of the votes. Refuse to let him talk to us that way. I was at a loss for euphemisms at the time for some reason, J2. You are, indeed, calm enough to behave this way in the situation. Your calmness serves as a positive influence on this person who realizes he's been treating you unfairly. Just like real life. Yep, the world has changed due to this one event. It's about time you had a visit with your gynecologist. How do you feel about visiting the gynecologist? Are you calm or reluctant about it? Are you calm? Are you anxious and reluctant about it? Calm or terrified? I mean, we have a pretty good doctor because we didn't choose to go with the doctor our parents didn't want. Let's see the results here. Tie. Beep, beep, beep. Ping pong. Option 2, calm, has 1 out. Are we going to go for the checkout or are we going to put it off? See, most people want to live healthy lifestyles. J2's like, I don't feel anything's wrong. Why would I want to go waste my time at the doctor's office? Gotta get your pipes checked. Let's say the winner's option 1 with 4 of the votes. We're gonna go for the checkup. See what happens. All they do is say something viral and charge it $200. I don't know. Maybe Zerfina's living in Canada and they just charge the government $100. That's very brave and intelligent of you. You're so smart. The doctor will see you now. The results of the checkup show you don't have diabetes anymore. Yes, come on. You're in perfect health. Your bill is $200. See, it's not even something viral. Oh, well. Yeah, see, it said perfect health, but then we still have diabetes. That's something we'll never really get rid of. It's just a hidden stat back in the memory somewhere. Your old high school is having its yearly prom. You've been asked to chaperone. Are you honored and willing or uninterested/unwilling? But you can't be uninterested and willing or honored and unwilling. Oh, it's very flattering that you've asked me to, but I really don't want to. People don't seem too interested in going to the prom. You never know. You might have been chatted up by the choicest of teen boys. So the winner is option 2. I'm just going to assume that everyone that voted uninterested is going to refuse the offer. Not waste our time with a vote on that one. It's probably just going to shut down now. Or Alma Ramada. Too bad. You probably would have had a good time. Shame on you. All right. Before we continue on with this main part of the quest, we can choose from several things here. Marriage event, car. So it's going to go... I mean, we'll do the same 5. If you choose the job one, though, we will be quitting our current job and trying to get a full-time job. That's how that works. So, pull start 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just saying, we could probably afford a pretty nice car right now. See, ooh, it's going to be a spread. It's going to be, it's not going to be random. Erdenshire in at the last moment. Breaking the ties and making it option 5. Family styles. So, how are we going to have a family style? Are we going to try to have a child or have a family experience? The pipes are good to go. There's a little bit of differences in the voting. Destroy your savings. The poll has ended. Results are in. Option 1, we're going to try to have a child with Rock. Would you like to try to have a baby with your husband or adopt a child? People seem interested in trying the natural approach. My lovely pebble. Ironshire has no strong opinions on this one. Well, let's check the results. The winner is option 1 with 5 votes. That's very true, Grimmeth. Congratulations, the rabbit is dead. You are officially pregnant. Over the course of the next 7 months, you have a rather uneventful pregnancy. That's pretty good. Now that you are well along the way, please choose the method of childbirth you think is best. So, we can have a natural childbirth, special classroom training required, anesthesia, or hypnosis. Interesting. Stop voting yet! Oh, geez, I didn't type it. All right, start voting now. Oh, everyone. People seem to be jumping on the hypnosis bandwagon. And sorry, J2, your vote only counts once. Yes, rip indeed. Perhaps that's the sound we'll be hearing, using only hypnosis to have a child.
Apologize to Ken. In hell.
And with 4 votes, hypnosis is the winner, although it was a very spread out vote. I have one uncle that does swear by hypnosis for lots of different things.
Oh, so you like nurses. Well, okay.
Apparently we don't like nurses. This choice is an interesting alternative to the other two. And not all people can be hypnotized. About 20% of us are resistant to hypnosis. So there will be no guarantee that it will be effective. Fortunately, you become hypnotized quite easily. I guess we had a 1 in 5 chance there of that not working. You're having a puppy, an adorbs puppy. The delivery is a difficult one, and a cesarean section has to be performed. Hypnosis doesn't help there. There are some tense moments. You are groggy from the anesthesia. Your husband paces outside nervously, but soon a shrill cry cuts through the silence of the living room. Where? Ack! Ah! Oh my gosh! A baby! You eagerly await reports of the first quick inventory. 10 fingers, 10 toes, 2 eyes, a crinkly nose. Oh yes, one more thing. That part in the middle. Let's have a look. Congratulations, Mom and Dad! You are now the proud parents of a bouncing baby! Nobody told this game, no all caps. Girl. Over the course of the next 2 days, you try to recuperate from the experience. Your hospital bill is $8 million. Unfortunately, there are some complications. The baby needs to be observed and monitored for the next few days at the hospital, just as a precaution. Although it is a stressful period for you, the result is that the baby is healthy. Congratulations again. What would you like to name your little girl? Oh, it's a pick. You don't get to type it in. Okay. Sorry, no Megatron. No Optimus Prime Fauntleroy. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 names to choose from. I have a feeling that this might end up being a tie, but go ahead and place your votes now on what you'd like to name this darling little girl. Oh, there's already several, 2 votes in one category. And don't forget, if you so choose to have a secret ballot, you can whisper it to RoboZerf instead, and he will still count your vote. I have a feeling this vote is less than 30 seconds right now. I might have to take a peek at my code. I thought I changed it back, but maybe I didn't. With 2 votes each, there was a tie between 4 and 5. And the winner is option 4. So, sorry, Teresa. We're going to be going with Kathy. Not that it matters too much. I have a feeling that's just going to be a variable that gets pulled up every once in a while. And as we do this next event, I'm going to also pull up Adam here and see what I currently have my timer set to. You are attending the dinner party of a close friend, Judy Lewis.
You chicken. I'm totally okay with it.
Judy Lewis and her handsome husband, Mike. Although all through dinner, Mike has been passing admiring glances your way. This kind of attention hasn't been lavished on you in quite some time. About 9 months. He has commented on your clothing, your jewelry, and your perfume. While clearing the dishes and preparing for dessert, Judy asks crisply if you would like to help her do something in the kitchen. How do you feel about the situation? So we have 3 options. 1, shy, embarrassed by Mike's flattery. 2, enjoying Mike's attention. 3, neutral about Mike's attention. I thought I already had this project open. Oh well. Real quick, open up this thing. Yeah, there we go. Example is open. I'm still running it off a program called Example. All right. Sexy pose.
What, like this?
You can't vote outside of the numbers. The poll's going to stay open until at least one person says something in chat, so I've got time to check this thing out. Chat handler. Oh, you had to say something. Oh, I said 13. Ah, shoot. Oh, well. Most people followed the rules. All right, the poll has ended. Accidentally, I thought I had 3. Let's check the results. And with 2 votes each, there's a tie between 2 and 3. Beep, 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 ping pong. We're going to act neutral. Are we going to go to the kitchen and help, or make an excuse to avoid going to the kitchen? Let's not put 12 this time. All right, where does it say this number here? I'll just find the word time, and it will help me. 12 found. Jeez. Only 15 seconds. I'm going to bump this up to 20 seconds for now, just because there's a few more people. You know what? We'll go 25. Save that. And as we begin the next vote, I will restart the program. And that will get us to where we need to be. So the poll is ended. Let's check the results. 1, we're going to go to the kitchen and help. The love of your life gives you a sympathetic look and shrugs his shoulders as you go off to the kitchen. So the Rock was there the whole time. Let's go ahead and end the program and then just start it back up. There we go. New timer initiated. When you are in the kitchen, Judy mentions that she noticed how complimentary Mike has been towards you all evening. Her eyebrows begin to raise and quiver slightly. You sense that she's trying to tell you something. What will you do now? Sexy pose.
What, like this?
Do we give her a sexy pose? All right, so let's start a poll here. This time only 3. We're going to 1, ask her what she is getting at. 2, excuse yourself and return to the dining room. Or 3, freeze up with anxiety. Sexy pose. Oh.
What, like this?
Apparently we're just going to constantly give her sexy poses. Fall to the floor, assume fetal position. That might be taking it a little bit too far. It's far too suspicious. Let's check the results here. The winner is option 1 with 3 of the votes. We're going to ask her what she's getting at.
Stay a while. Stay forever.
Through clenched teeth, she says, "What I am getting at is why you feel it necessary to hang all over Mike." Are you going to tell her that she doesn't know what she's talking about? Or admit you were enjoying the attention but thought nothing of it? Oh, geez. Oh, chat's going this way and that with this vote. It's anybody's game right now. And that's what I like about the hidden votes, because someone might think they're tie-breaking. Oh, I get all the power in the world, and it turns out other people have been voting in the background. Or perhaps those background voters are breaking the tie all themselves. Oh, geez, it's been a while since I've sent a whisper. There we go. So the poll has ended. Let's peep the results. The winner is option 1 with 4 of the votes. Tell her she doesn't know what she's talking about. Sorry, Erdenshire, we're stuck in a romantic comedy and that doesn't work. The hell I don't, she snaps. Do you think I'm blind? He's been gaping at you since the evening began. You notice that her lip is beginning to quiver.
Mission accomplished.
Are we going to keep arguing with her or ask her if there is something wrong? Perhaps all of these insecurities come from somewhere deeper down. Oh, Erdenshire is cold and heartless. Just wants to keep the drama. Oh, people are looking for drama. Oh, can they overtake the... Can they overtake the sensible approach? No, you're pretty sure this is going to get us slapped. It all depends on what happens. The poll has ended. And just barely eking out a victory with 5 votes. The winner is option 2. Ask her if there is anything wrong. Yeah, well, I don't know if we can afford for our physical to go down at all. You know, when Zerfina was but a little lass, chat was so concerned with keeping her safe and doing the right thing. And now that she's a full-grown woman, they're like, let's have fun. Judy drops what she's preparing into the sink and begins to cry. She has just discovered that Mike has been involved in a string of affairs since the start of their marriage.
Apologize to Ken. In hell.
That bastard. It has gotten to the point where she is suspicious of everyone he talks to. When you go back to the table, Mike says something complimentary. You can drop some mashed potatoes into his lap or ignore him. Sexy pose. Or do a
What,
sexy
like this?
pose. Oh, everyone wants to get in a slap fight in the kitchen with his wife, but now that you're face to face with a jerk, we're just going to ignore him, apparently. That's the way the vote's going so far. Belland. I have one friend that uses the term Belland quite frequently, but it's not something that gets used on this side of the pond very often. Most people don't know what it means. The poll's over. Let's check the results. And, I've got that thing where it doesn't show the bottom line in chat. There we go. The winner is option 2. We're going to ignore him. You feel sympathetic for Judy and begin to wonder why she tolerates this type of behavior in Mike. The end. It's kind of a lame ending. All right, occupational. The company where you work is making drastic cutbacks. In the last few months, 3 departments have been reduced to the bare bones. Your services may be next. How do you feel? Are we anxious or confident in our ability to pass the chopping block? Time to quit. Bye-bye. You might be right about that. This company might be circling the toilet bowl if they've got to make so many cutbacks. It probably is the 90s. It might be the early 2000s in this game. I can't remember when the game technically starts. It's supposed to be, I guess, fixed in time. It's the 80s the whole time. They didn't know what the future was going to be like. But this looks like a pretty straightforward result. The winner is confidence. Confidence wins again. We do have very high confidence, so it should be pretty easy for us to do this. We're going to find a new place to work or stay where we are. And it looks like, Herdenshire wants to ride the ship down. Hey, maybe we can stick around long enough to get a severance package and then find a new job within the next 2 weeks. That actually isn't that bad if you time it right. We've been working there for over 10 years. They, depending on
Another visitor.
our location.
Stay a while. Stay forever.
Depending on our location and the laws involved, we might actually be entitled to quite a few weeks of severance. But the winner is option 1 with 3 votes. Find a new place to work. Your confidence shows through, and upper-level executives at work begin to think you may be a valuable asset during this period of transition. They offer you promotion, and you will receive a $1,000 bonus. Do you accept the offer or reject it? See, people want to get that paper. Take that money, and then when the time comes, peace out. Yeah, nobody so far wants to reject this offer. Use the money to become her own boss. Work from home. Make up to $800 an hour. And play for free online while you're at it. The winner is option 1 with 6 of the votes. Accept the offer. A deal is struck. Congratulations! The company begins to regain its profitability, and you continue to climb. Check your resources for the surprise in your next paycheck. Shoot! Let's check this out. So, Zerfina, age 38. We're getting on up there. Law assistant. Married to Rock. Our calmness has gone down quite dramatically in this episode. Our physicality is staying the same, and our vocational is still at 71. I'm surprised it didn't go up. However, we now have $101,000 in the bank, and we own a home. So, let's work our way up to this familial event, and then I'll give you guys the chance to do something with that money if you so choose. Your dizzy next-door neighbor is having dinner guests over. 3 hours before her guests arrive, she bursts into your home and asks, she's like the female Kramer, and asks if you would help her cook a meal for them. She has absolutely no idea how to start. You gotta help me, Jerry. I don't know how to cook. I have people coming over. What do you got? And then he just goes through and gets the cereal. Maybe she didn't sleep until noon every day and watch soaps until 5. She could learn how to cook. You think to yourself, on the other hand, she has done a score of small favors for you, so maybe it wouldn't hurt to lend her some kind of hand. So, how do we feel? Sympathetic or unsympathetic? Jeez, there's a whole bunch of options here, too. There's a thing here about, teaching a man to cook, and he'll eat what he has, but teach a man to fish, and he'll cook a fish. I think that's how that goes. Let's check out the results. Ooh, a tie! The winner is option 1. We are sympathetic. Considering that we are sympathetic, how are we going to deal with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. We're going to lend her a cookbook, lend her a videotape, prepare 2 of the dishes in your home, then bring them over, go and cook an entire meal for her, or tell her that you're too busy. Blade Skull wants nothing to do with her. But everybody else seems to be wanting to lend her a videotape. Unfortunately, her husband feels like Betamax is the way to go, and she can't play your VHS. The videotape will be an exercise videotape, though. Be doing a bunch of leg lifts. Let's check the result. 5.5-inch floppy. The winner is option 2 with 3 of the votes. Lend her a videotape. Your sympathy is appreciated. Unfortunately, she cannot work the recorder. Eventually, she ruins your perfectly good tape. Now we're just out of tape. They should add that to our assets in our stats over there. 1 hour before the guests arrive, she orders out for some food and serves it in her never-used imported china and silver place settings. Her party is a smashing success. No thanks to you. All right, this is a family event. We know it can't involve our mom. But apparently our parents have called. P.S. Our mom's dead. Your parents have called to ask for your help on a matter of some urgency. How do you feel? I know how I would expect my daughter to feel about this, but we'll see how Chad feels. Are you helpful towards Papa Zerf in his time of need? He doesn't have Jaxorce to take care of him anymore. Or are you unhelpful and ungrateful and an ingrate? Ingrate. I think chat looks like they're making the right choice. I've never been so proud as I am today. Actually, I did have a pretty proud moment earlier today when I derailed Queen of Arts stream with mention of Sonic OCs. And she actually tried to draw one. So the winner is option 1 with 5 of the votes. Helpful. And how are you going to react to this? Are you going to help us or say you're too busy in a helpful manner? Oh, geez. The game will probably chide us for that one. Oh, geez. Oh, no. No, the votes. I'm sorry I mentioned Sonic OCs. Come back and vote 1 again. Oh. The poll has ended. Oh, geez. And it comes down to this. Beep, beep, beep. Ping pong. Thank you, RoboZerf, for not abandoning me. He's been programmed well. Yes, the game probably would have said no. You have what you believe are reasonable solutions to their dilemma, but realize that the more you try to give them sound advice, the more they treat you as though you are still a child. How do you feel about this? Accepting, because you know it's true. You're just a baby in their eyes. 40 years old? Pfft, that's nothing. 40's the new 16. Uh-oh, people are disappointed. Oh, man, turn that around on Dad. Listen, Dad, you're talking to me like I'm a kid. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Exactly, Erdenshire. Dad, I am disappointed. It's true, Zerfina's older than I am now. Let's peep the results here. The winner is option 3 with 5 of the votes. Kel Surprise. Don't take it personally. In their eyes, you are still their little girl. Believe it or not, eventually, your advice sinks in, though they fail to attribute their success in solving their problems to you. Some things never change. All right, folks. A poll of 5. That's not okay. We are smart parents. 5. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 is buying a car and other goods. 1 is marriage stuff, college stuff. Although I feel like it's a little bit too late for college. We might want to finally get a full-time job. I don't know. 5 is family stuff. And then while we do that, I'm going to slide this up a little bit so we can see what's coming. Jeez, how far up does this one go? Oh, look, you thought that it's not too much further. I don't know how long early adulthood lasts for. 100K with part-time job? Hey, man, that's what it was like back in the day. Just roll out of bed and get paid. There's a super big tie. Beep, 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 ping pong. The winner is option 2. A schooling event. Never too old to learn something new. College isn't like it used to be. We're just losing $500 to get smarter. And lose anxiety. That's interesting. And we also gain a college credit. 2017 roll out of bed, get fucked. Indeed. All right. We're going to go to the next splitting path. And then, you know, it might be time for Zerfina to look into a new job. Although maybe I'll just check our situation. And if we're making mad cash, why would we want a new job? You're waiting for some important news that might drastically change your life. For some strange reason, every time you think about what is happening, you get the urge to munch on something. How do you feel about this, Ms. Diabetes? Do you feel restrained or hungry? Always hungry. Oh man, chat's looking pretty hungry. They're staring at that fridge, licking their lips. Oh, that's just my screen. Scrolled up.
Hello! I'll give you cash. I'll give you cash. I love gold, and I'll give you cash because I'm the cash man. I'll give you money for your gold.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I need to make the cooldown go up for that one. Anyways, the poll has ended. 3 hungry, 4 gold. Let's get the results here. And the result is option 2. We are hungry. Are we going to snack upon something to keep occupied or work off the nervous energy? Place your votes now. So people are hungry, but they're going to try to fight the hunger. Or are they? It's 50-50 vote right now. Anyone that puts a little vote in chat right now, they'll be tie-breaking. You have all the power in the world. Unless someone else in chat decides you don't, and then they vote against you once you make a vote. Secret votes coming in. Who knows which one they voted for? You'll find out in a little bit. The winner is option 2, with 3 votes. And I'm not going to oust the secret voter. I think it's nice. It's pretty good. I don't know how to respond appropriate to that combination of choices. Please try again. All right, it's a runoff vote. We're going to try one last time. And whatever one wins this vote, I will pick the one that makes sense with it. So if you choose hungry, you're going to eat. If you choose restrained, you're going to work off the nervous energy. People seem hell-bent on being hungry. Well, the poll has ended. The results are in. With 3 of the votes, hungry wins. We're going to snack on something to keep occupied. This can lead to a disastrous outcome. Fortunately, you have the self-control necessary to keep your eating habits in check. You could gain a lot of weight eating when you are nervous. Lucky we had the stats, folks. Jeez. All right, speaking of stats, let's see how we're doing here. I want to see how much money we got. So, 40 years old, still a law assistant, married to a rock. Yes, mission accomplished indeed. We did not become obese. Our calmness has gone up a little bit from where it was last time. Our physicality has not gone down, so we weren't made detrimental. Didn't have detrimental effects from eating a snack. $110,000 and we own a home. You guys keep failing to vote for this, so I'm going to go into this menu and you can vote on what part of this menu you want to pick. But we are getting something. Welcome! Welcome to the wonderful world of major purchases. In this icon, you have the opportunity to purchase the material possessions you have always dreamed about. You can either use cash or our easy-to-arrange credit program.
Hello! I'll give you cash. I'll give you cash. I love gold, and I'll give you cash because I'm the cash man. I'll give you money for your gold. Oh, yeah!
While you are in this icon, I will encourage you to spend to your heart's content, but please note that spending beyond your means and in most cases will, be hazardous to your emotional and physical health. You can't destroy the cash man, he's too powerful. Also, keep in mind these ancient words of consumer wisdom. Cavit emptor. In this icon, you can purchase several items. Would you like to make a purchase? Yes, you guys are buying something. You're not getting out of this. Caveat emptor. Emptor. Jeez. Oh, the Marcatorship is here. You don't have free reign this week. There's no other streams distracting people. How fabulous. Your salesperson will be Bob Roberts. Old Rob.
Hey, I really am scared.
Uh-oh. People are getting scared.
Anything stupid
What would
you
you like to
deserve.
purchase? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 choices for you to choose from in this fabulous screen. You've got $100,000. You got to do something with it. I don't know. Maybe if we go to the bank icon now, it'll actually let us put money away towards retirement. I should check on that. Ooh. Oh, people are looking for a travel adventure. That's not a bad idea. They say you should buy experiences, not goods, and you'll have a happier life. Those people don't own computers, though. They haven't done the research. Any secret votes coming in? Doesn't look like it. Let's check the results. The winner is option 9 with 2 votes. Too many options. Everyone had choice paralysis, or Zerfina almost did. And travel adventures just eked out ahead. I have a feeling we're going to have a choice of travel adventures. You can buy 3 kinds of travel adventures. So, what type would you like? 1, a luxury cruise to the South Pacific where you might get Norwalk virus. Or the ship might crash.
I'll give you cash. I'll give you cash.
It's the most cash
I
mans
love
I've seen in a
gold, and
while.
I'll give
2,
you cash
exotic trip to the
because-
jungles of Africa. 3, your own plane to fly you anywhere you want. Don't have quite the cash for that. You might have to turn in some of your jewelry to the cash man if you want to go anywhere you want.
You're pretty good.
Hey, Jay the Wordsmith. You're pretty good. Thanks for the follow. The poll has ended. The results are in. Option 1, a luxury cruise to the South Pacific. Aloha. You will have the time of your life, barely feel the sunburn, and you return looking terrific. Would you like to pay for this with cash, credit, or back out don't purchase? Oh, there's no back out option here. You guys are in it for the long haul. Cash, credit. Psh, you're all trying to back out. It's too late. We do have we have over $100,000 in cash. If you choose credit, you're a fool. But it gives me an excuse to go to the bank. You are parents now. You have a lovely daughter with the name of Katie, I believe. Grandpa Zerf's memory isn't so good as it used to be. Kathy, that's right. Let's check the results. The winner is option 1 with 3 of the votes. Gonna pay cash on the barrelhead. Thank you for cashing in on this once-in-a-lifetime value. Come again soon.
Hello! I'll give you cash. I'll give you cash. I love gold.
Oh,
and I'll
geez.
give you cash because... Hello! I'll give you cash. I'll give you cash. I love gold. And I'll give you cash because...
What the hell is going on? I think that when this thing imported, it made a boo-boo. How do I edit this sound? Why the hell is the cooldown only 1 second for this thing? Jeez. I'll tell you why. Because apparently I made as cooldown 60 seconds. Sound updated. There you go.
Hello! I'll give you cash.
There
I'll
we
give
go.
You cash. I love gold. And I'll give you cash because...
Oh, jeez. All right, we fixed the soundboard. No longer is the cooldown only 1 second for that. I have no idea why it was. All right, so let's go. I want to hit up the bank here for you guys. We don't have any debt. I'm just curious if we can do something else at the bank. Let's see. We can either get a personal loan, get a loan to purchase a house, or pay back part of your loan. We have no... I'm going to give you guys a vote of between 1 and 2. Vote 1 if you wish to purchase a larger house, or 2 if you wish to not do anything. I'll tell you, the mansions aren't very expensive in this game. So 1 is purchasing the house, 2 is not purchasing the house. It looks like we already own a house, but we could buy a bigger house. We have a daughter now. It's just a 2-bedroom house. Let's get the results. Ooh, there was a tie. Beep, beep, beep. Ping pong. Option 2. So we're going to pick payback part of our loan. We don't have any debt. So all that results is it asks us how much we want to pay back. We say it, and they don't take any money from us. Yeah, but where are we going to do all our Let's Play adventures?
Hello! I'll give you cash. I'll give you cash.
I have a feeling we're going to hear this once every minute
gold,
right now.
And I'll give you cash because
Attic.
I'm the cash man. I'll give you money for your gold. Oh, yeah.
That's a ridiculous place. Although, perhaps the acoustics are just right. You have achieved that kind of status in your job that allows you the luxury of hiring a personal secretary. You are a law assistant with a personal secretary. There are several candidates available for interviewing. Maxine seems well organized and all business. Cynthia is a casual, laid-back type, but she's looking good. At first, Cynthia seems inattentive, but as the interview goes on, you realize that she pays attention very carefully, and when she speaks, always says something meaningful. Stefan is a handsome, outgoing type with blonde hair and large green eyes. He seems to be organized and energetic and eager to please. Sexy pose.
What, like this?
That's my sexy pose. He seems to be organized, energetic, and eager to please. The fact that he has a charming smile and a bulging biceps. He's got some 24-inch pythons. 28-inch pythons? I don't even know how big his pythons are. And let's not talk about his other python. Is noticeable, but hardly worth dwelling on.
Destroy him, my robot.
How do you guys feel? We don't have a garage. Our house isn't big enough. How do you guys feel about this? Do you feel sure or unsure about your decision? This Python is open source. Check it out. All right. We are choosing. I mean, it's on the screen. Are you sure or unsure of your choices? You should have chosen unsure because you are not very sure. The winner is option 1. We're sure. Are we going to choose Maxine, Cynthia, or Stefan? Whoops. I don't have a way of canceling this fast. Yes, I do. Boom. Cancel. Just got to go to the other computer. All right. Wait a second. Pull start 3. Go. That's why I have this program running on a separate computer, because that way I can easily access it without having to have many, many windows open. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Kira. We didn't have an option. Well, I mean, we had a choice to enter our own name, but that was weeks ago. There was no Kira at the time. The winner is option 2. We're going to choose Cynthia. Aw, Katie Studios wanted the handsome hunk. Cynthia is a good choice, but only for a short time. Eventually, you find your style a bit unnerving. What is going on in that young woman's head, you wonder? Unfortunately, you never get the chance to find out. One day, Cynthia calls and mentions she's taking a trip to the other side of the country and never returns. There you go. All right, so we've got 2 paths here to follow. I'll let you guys choose your own adventure. Option 1, straight up and down, head into this career path thing. Option 2, we're going to go to the... I guess it's a mirror, kind of. We're going to go this way. Up the face group social event path. People seem interested in this path here. Where does it lead to? Oh, it's the side quest. Good choice. We'll get to do both, perhaps. Although we might be running out of time. We are in our 40s. Although there's not a lot left in this little section here. The poll is over. Let's check the results. Winner's option 1. Career path. Side quest. Go. You have been thinking about whether or not you would like to invest some of your resources so you can increase them. Are you interested in investments? Oh, geez, I barely got that in before people started voting. Actually, in fact... No. Yeah, everybody's vote counted. I thought there were 3 votes. There's only 1. Yeah. Great. Almost great-great-grandpa. Huh? You know what? Our kid's got to be at least 6 right now. Zerfina's child. So not quite great-great-grandpa yet. But shoot! Everyone came out of the woodwork to vote on whether investments were a good idea for Zerfina. The results are in with 9 votes. We are interested. I'm going to just assume everyone that was interested wants to make an investment. You win the vote. An investment counselor suggests that you look into stocks in a multinational computer software company. Would you like to take the risk and purchase, say, $1,000 worth of these stocks? Hold on. All right, now vote. Jeez. Everyone's so excited to buy Apple stock. Although this might have been before Apple stock skyrocketed. Which is exactly when you want to buy. Yeah, it is only like 1% of your balance. You thought we were buying Xerox? Oh, jeez. You know what? I deal with Xerox on a daily basis, and I guess it is perhaps at that point. Let's check the results here. Option 1 with 9 of the votes. Yes. Hey, our investment triples. Why did we have confetti play?
Mission accomplished.
I don't understand. What was the cause of confetti? Oh, we had a follower. Oh, why didn't I get it pretty good? That's disappointing. Anyways, thanks for the follow. I'm very happy that you've chosen to join us. And you're pretty good. Sorry you didn't get the animation there. Our investment has tripled. It was perfect timing to cause confetti.
Hey, you know, I really am scared. Don't see
I
anything
wonder why
stupid,
StreamYar
you
just
jerk.
didn't give an F about that. Interesting, but stupid. After examining what seems like thousands of racks of bathing suits and trying on almost every single one, you find that it seems one that seems especially flattering, even sexy. I'm going to take care of this one here. Where the hell is it? There we go. Sexy pose, sexy pose. Oh,
What, like this? What, like this?
doubled up on the sexy there. When you get together with the love of your life, you ask him to wait while you try it on for him. He seems excited and interesting to see what you've picked out. You model it for him, searching his face for signs of approval. There are none. If anything, he seems a bit anxious. With all of the delicacy he musters, he mentions that the bathing suit doesn't seem to flatter your upper legs. Oh, people want to destroy him. How do we feel about this situation? He's a Thyman. Oh, you know, this calmness people seem to want to have. Maybe, you know, a woman scorned that's acting calm is one of the most dangerous things in the world. But such is life on the Serengeti. He might have to take his life into his own hands with that one. The winner is option 3 with 4 votes. But how are we going to handle this calmly? Are we going to take it personally, return the bathing suit, or ignore his comments? I mean, You know what? Most of you people weren't here last week. I'll let you know something about Rock. He seems like such a great guy, but he cheated on us before we got married. Now, chat chose to let him, or to learn to love again with him from the past. But who is he to tell us that our legs look fat?
Destroy him, my robot.
Do these, does the swimsuit make my butt look big? No, your butt does. And option 3, with 5 of the votes, we're going to ignore his comment. We do have the confidence. What does he know anyway? You wear the bathing suit to rave reviews from both male and female friends. The love of your life tells you, you know, I must have been looking at you in an unflattering light the first time I saw you in that. You really do look terrific.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, geez, he's backpedaling now, trying to win his way back into our good graces. He just wants some nookie from Thunder Thighs. Mary Lou Stoker is a friend of your closest female companion and a staunch feminist. The truth is, she's not a feminist in the true sense of the word. She simply despises and resents men, misapplying the feminist philosophy to suit her needs. The butt has perseverance. It doesn't quit. One afternoon, you overhear Mary Lou telling your best friend, that the love of your life really doesn't give you much room to breathe. She says, I mean, he's okay considering the rest of the garbage that's out there these days, but I wonder if she feels a little trapped in the same place day in, day out. She goes on this way for quite a while. And then she realizes, well, you guys have well over $100,000 in the bank from working a part-time job. Maybe that's pretty good. How do you guys feel about this? About this? Are you angry or calm? Ooh. Some of our people are angry, but there aren't a lot of votes in there yet. Oh, we've got some of the secret votes happening. I like that. Big fan of the secret votes. For those of you new to the channel and to the voting process, you can whisper your vote to RoboZerf at RoboZerf, and he'll take your vote into consideration. Keep it secret, keep it safe, but still count it towards the poll. The poll has ended. The results are in. What's going to happen here? With 4 votes, option 2 wins. We're calm once more. And how are we going to deal with her? 1, 2, 3. We're going to 1, give her a piece of our mind calmly. 2, wait until she leaves and then have a talk with your friend. Or 3, say and do nothing. It's not worth it. Oh, people seem to want to lay into her with a calm logic that our intellect can deal. We have stats. We might as well use them. Furiously, calmly, give her a piece of your damn mind. Yes, perhaps that's the only way to deal with false feminists. To be calm and carry on and give them a piece of your mind. Although people that don't want their minds changed tend not to listen, regardless of how calm you are. The winner is option 1 with 4 of the votes. I don't know how to respond appropriately to that combination of choices. Please try again. In light of the game not letting you calmly give her a piece of your mind, how do you feel? Angry at the game. Fair enough. Oh, man. See, some people have changed their minds, but others have not. Calmness wins battle chat. The poll has ended. The results are in. And it looks like we're angry. J2 John Jeremy, you broke the tie just before the last moment. So, how are you going to deal with your anger? And here's the thing that's dumb about this, is you can calmly wait until she leaves and then talk to your friend. You can calmly say nothing and do nothing. It's not worth it. But in anger, you can do all 3 probably. You can stew in your juices and do nothing. Although the game might decide you're not a calm enough person to do so. And we're getting votes all over the board. I do like that people are using their secret votes now. I think that it adds a little bit of mystery. Yeah, no one likes stewing in their juices. The results are option 1 with 4 of the votes, although they were quite spread out this time. How angry do you actually feel? On a scale from furious to peeved, how do you feel? 1 being furious, 3 being peeved. They should have
You may
included
have something a little classier than a TV set called a monitor.
And monitors are pretty classy. Get all the colors. Peeved Fury. I just need to type this. There is no fury like a woman peeved. Let's check the results out here. The winner is option 3. With 5 of the votes. We're just peeved.
I'll give you cash. I'll give you cash. I love gold, and I'll give you cash because I'm the cash man. I'll give you money for your gold. Oh yeah.
I didn't realize how little of this part of my field you can be. I've been doing the cash thing all the time for people seeing it. You poor pitiful creature, Mary Lou goads you on. Don't you even realize that he has you on a leash? How do you react to this? Do you collect your thoughts and cool off? Or do you throw her out on her ass? This is one of the longer chains of events, and people seem not impressed. I mean, there's some secret voting going on, but it's not able to keep up with the public votes. There's no silent majority in this one.
Destroy him, my robot.
Let's check the results. And oh, what a surprise. Option 2 wins. She's getting thrown out. Yes, you've had quite a swing there. You don't like the way that they're talking. 42-inch flat screen TV as your CPU screen. That's a little indulgent.
Apologize to Ken. In hell.
Too late. Your partner beats you to it. He has been listening all the while, too. He throws Mary Lou out the door and dismisses her as a nut. Oh, man. Who knows what indulgence Lethal's using for his main monitor. I mean, it depends on what your resolution is. Because I feel like if you have a giant screen, but it's still running just, 1080p, it's just got really large text. I mean, I don't know. 3 displays seems like it makes more sense. It's just good,
You may have
good
something a little
sense.
classier than a TV set called a monitor.
In order to get part of your work finished, John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith. That's my name too. A close work associate mentions that you have to take a trip out of town together. He is good looking, married, and shows every indication of being faithful, loving father and husband. You must decide whether or not it's best for you to go. Staying home might mean
What, like this?
suffering a decline in your vocational sphere. How do you feel about this? 1 monitor, all the cores. All right, let's start a poll here. 2. See what you get. Yeah, do you know what? I only have 2 monitors at work,
Oh, so
and
you like nurses. Well, okay.
nurses. I only have 2 monitors at work, only 2, and I keep one in a vertical position. But when I work from home, I have 2 monitors and a vertical monitor, or portrait shaped thing. And when I was remoting in, I remember they have that checkbox that you can remote across all your monitors. And I did. I was like, oh man, I got to convince them at work. They got to get me a 3rd monitor. Make things so much better. The winner is option 2 with 4 of the votes. We're excited. I feel like there's only one way to go when you're excited on this trip, and that's to go on it. But we'll see what you try to do. Apparently, the tech guys are talking in chat, and the new Intel series is not hype enough for them. I used to always be an AMD guy because of reasons. But I don't know. I don't pay attention to my computer stats as much as I used to. People are too busy talking about computers, not busy voting. But Go on the Trip wins with 3 of the votes. Actually, do you know what? The people that are talking about computers actually voted. So, there you go. You decide that this might be a terrific opportunity to gain the vocational area in the vocational area of your life. But what happens on this trip? You are correct. Your excitement about taking the trip carries over to your work. You impress a great many people. Social and vocational spheres show great improvements. The person you are traveling with would like you to take you to dinner as a way to celebrate your success. Are we going to decline his invitation or go with him? He seems like a pretty decent guy. It's free dinner after all. Just because he buys you dinner doesn't mean you have to do anything. And we already got our sphere increases. Yeah, geez, I don't even know what I'm running right now. I mean, I got an i5 in my laptop. But I got that for cheap as free, so... But I built this computer quite a while ago, so it's probably running like an i3 or something. Let's check the results. Or maybe I am an AMD type of guy. Or was at the time. Option 2, we're going to go with him. Dinner passes uneventfully. The two of you exchange small talk about your work and social lives. He mentions that he misses his children on trips like these. Aww. While the two of you sit sipping coffee after dinner, your associate looks off into the distance and chuckles to himself. You ask him why he is laughing. Shaking himself out of his private conversation, he looks at you and wonders why he can't have this kind of relaxed evening with his wife. He confesses that he would love to spend the rest of the evening in your company. This is taking a turn. Apparently, the game thinks things are inevitable. All right, vote below the line. There you go. You're going to follow this episode to its inevitable conclusion or excuse yourself for the evening. It turns out I'm running an i5. There you go. I guess I didn't know. I mean, remember, Rock cheated on us before we even got married. Although perhaps cheating inside of marriage is worse? I don't know. It seems like they're both just as bad. But the winner's option 2 with 5 of the votes. So we'll never have to find out.
Haha, you chicken. I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah, Rio would have been totally fine with going through with it. He didn't seem like your type, you think to yourself. You wonder if it is ever possible to have a friendly relationship with someone you work with. Well, there you go. So way back down here, back to the main quest. But let's check out how our stats are doing here, because we did make some investments, and they tripled. So age 45, hey, not doing too bad for age 45. People are still trying to make whoopee with you. So we're still a law assistant, married to Rock. Our calmness has made a dramatic increase. Our gentleness has gone down a little bit. Our physicality has gone up some. Very good. And our vocational is getting pretty high too. We have $139 in cash and no debt, and we own a home. Hey, this is a teen stream after all. I can only say fuck so many times before I have to up the rating. Newlywed game. That's true. I think I know the episode you're thinking of, actually, with the strangest place you've ever made whoopee. There is a community council meeting this Monday. The topic of discussion will be the decline of service or decline in service of the sanitation system in your neighborhood. Lately, the sanitation workers have been emptying the trash without regard for where the excess falls. The cans are not being replaced properly. The trash day usually leaves the block looking like the aftermath of a nuclear war. All the houses are flattened. Everyone's burned into shadows on the ground. How do you feel about this meeting? Are you interested or uninterested in going to this neighborhood meeting? More people are interested than I expected. Yes, the NCR has merged. There are super mutants running amok. It's terrible. And then every week, same thing. You got to care for the community. It's true. I went to the first, I'm in a condo, so I went to the first condo association meeting that we had. But the second one, I was really sick, so I didn't go this year. Although, based on the first one, it was a lot of people just complaining about stuff that didn't matter that much. Oh, I jumped the gun on the results there, but the winner is option 1 with 3 votes. And, if you're interested, you're going to the meeting. It'll just tell us that it doesn't work. The representatives from the sanitation company are husky, mean-looking men who are nervously chewing on the ends of their cigars. They are taking a good long glances at everyone in the audience and jotting notes in small vinyl-covered notebooks. Members of the community are encouraged to lodge their complaints. Are we going to complain or be quiet? And what type of haircut are we going to get after this? See, perhaps this is the problem. Approve. Dreamjar has had an update. Maybe that kept it from pretty getting things up. There, you can go on that screen. They'll send the mob after us. I don't know. If it was way back in the day, perhaps, but I don't know if that's likely now. Let's check the results. Option 1 with 4 votes. We're going to complain. We're very intellectual, perhaps. Oh, and we're a confident person, so this shouldn't be very difficult for you. You have good expressive skills, so people are likely to hear what you have to say. How many stats do we have to pass here? You are quite mild-mannered. This will prevent goons over there from being offended and seeking revenge. Aha! Just calm enough. In the end, it is your well-developed social skills that help you say what you want to say effectively without offending anyone. You receive a standing ovation. The sanitation company vows to do a better job. 2 weeks after the meeting, you are appointed head of a watchdog committee to supervise the workers in your neighborhood. You will have to get up at 5 a.m. every day to make the rounds with the boys. Zerfina and the boys. Oh. And it looks like we have just passed through adulthood. Your family life has been good. Period. Full stop. Done. The children in your life seem to be growing up so fast. They give you more than your share of aggravation, but they are also lovable and give you great joy. Physically, you have been healthy, but every once in a while you get an ache or pain that can knock you out of action for a few days at a time. You have chosen wisely and stayed away from drinking and drugs, according to the insurance company. At this station in life, you have probably chosen to associate with a select group of cohorts. In general, your social skills are excellent. I hope that you and Rock are enjoying your lives together. It can get difficult, but it looks as though you are trying. Now, regarding your emotional and personality development. You are a very trustworthy person. Even though we all have our secrets, you are doing a very good job of keeping your wilder side under control. You seem to be enjoying your life, even though you experience the blues every once in a while. It's nice to see you're not having a depressed, traumatized life. That's what we get every time. You can be sensible and understanding. You are usually cool, calm, and collected. Vocationally, you are doing well despite the day-to-day hassles and problems at work. You certainly have a good head on your shoulders. You are not only book smart, you also have plenty of common sense. Maybe we can beat people arcane now. Back in my day, this was all right. People said thank you afterwards. As you approach the middle years of life, age will probably play a more central role in your experience than it has in your past. For some individuals, the middle years are a time of depression and regret. For others, they mark the beginning of a settling down period of contentment. Life can always be as rich and full as you want it to be. You might not be able to climb the highest tree in the forest anymore, but now may be the first time that you allow yourself to experience its beauty without needing to conquer or possess it. So, that brings us to the conclusion of this section of Zerfina's life. I'm going to throw down a snapshot. Can we possess the tallest tree? Let's see. Gotta get old. We're all doing it, and we're currently on disc 3A. I need to save that so I remember which disc to be on. And, you know, I'm going to call it here. We're about 20 minutes early from a normal stream closing, but the next section is going to take about 2 hours to do, I'd imagine. And we don't want to be here till midnight and beyond. Let's see what's going on here. Well, there's not really much going on. So, I guess we'll call it for the night. Next week, on Sunday for C64 Sunday. Yeah, if we just died right away. I better have a backup plan just in case we have a heart attack. So every Sunday we do the C64 Sunday thing. So keep it penciled in for next week that you're going to come and see Zerfina off in her twilight years. And, you know, Bobo hopefully will be around this week. Perhaps we'll get a stream in that way as well. Also, just as a heads up for those that don't know yet, coming up on the 15th of July is going to be the annual MS Bike Ride charity stream where we raise money for research into the disease of multiple sclerosis. And if you want to pencil that in, it's going to be a pretty cool stream. We've done it, I think this will be the 4th year now that we've done it. Every year we've raised a little more money. Last year we raised over $4,000. And hopefully it gets even bigger this year with a brand new platform to be on, with so many new interactive things. We'll have to try to come up with something more than just a soundboard to mess around with. But try to keep that day open to come in. It'll be an overnight stream, a 12-hour stream, and a lot of your favorite friends will be there. I don't want to commit everybody to it right away, but quite a few people have said that they should be able to make it. So keep an eye out for a tweet and a YouTube video coming out with announcements on what's going on there. And actually, I'll let you guys in on the secret of what I'm going to offer as one of the things this year. Yes, down with MS, up with poutine. I've got a ROM copy of Cannon Fodder, which is a like a really light real-time strategy sort of game. I have the Super Nintendo version of it, and it's very easy to hack, to put names in. So, yes, for the SNES. So, everybody that donates more than $2 will be put in order of how much they donated from most to least into this hacked version of Cannon Fodder. Will be time. It's not time for the Cashman yet, but it will be soon. They'll be put into this version of Cannon Fodder and hopefully survive as long as they can. But the game gives you 360 lives for a reason. It is not a very easy game, and it lives up to its name. The early levels aren't that bad, but it ramps up in difficulty rather quickly. And I know that a couple other people have some projects on the horizon as well that are tied into this stream, so keep an eye out for those from other members of the clique and larger YouTube community. Anyways, thanks again for your time tonight. Thanks for coming up to the stream. And I hope to see you guys in another video.